Hi, I'm Ali and a warm welcome to the Ceramic Repair Studio. So in today, I want to show you a method I use every single time and what you need to do to glue two pieces of broken pottery back together and why most people get this wrong by using super glue. Now, as you can see here, I have a couple of pieces which are broken and we're going to be placing it back together correctly. And for this, you'll need some Araldite glue, which is a slow curing glue. This gives you plenty of wiggle time once the glue is put into place. Also, bottle tops, really important to collect these. I mix glue and also I use it for painting as well, mixing paint. A couple of cocktail sticks here. And I've also got some Scotch tape as well. So once we've glued the pot, we can actually fix it together and just hold it into place while it's curing. So what we need to do is take the Araldite, and you want to mix equal quantities, equal parts if you like. So 1 part here. Always remembering to place the lid back on and secure as well, otherwise it will dry out. And the other part here. So again, 50-50. If it's not equal parts, it won't actually cure properly. It will always stay kind of like soft. So we really want it to be equal parts. Now, when it first comes out, it's in slightly two different colours. One's more yellowy, one's more white. But once you start to mix it together and it starts to combine, it goes to almost like a creamy colour. And that's when you know it's well and truly combined. Now, at this point, if you do have something which is, say, white, for instance, you can always add a little bit of titanium dioxide powder, but obviously you only need a tiny bit, otherwise it does weaken the glue. So I'm just going to place it just a little bit onto the cocktail stick and then just give that a really good stir here. Again, it just takes off the yellowness. But obviously, if you have something which is an item which is darker, you don't really need to use this. Now, with pottery, pottery is very porous. So unlike using a fixing, say, porcelain, which is definitely more combined and tighter, when it's so porous, sometimes it's good to actually add a bit of water to either side to really help lock it in better. So I've got here a glass of water here, and I'm just going to use some kitchen roll, placing it into the water, and just, you don't want to soak or drench, but just very gently all along the outside where the break is. And this will really help the glue adhere better as well. So all along. So when we're gluing two pieces together, if you glue both sides and stick together, it will actually want to pull apart. So you really importantly only want to glue one side. So we're going to take this side. So taking our glue, just gently applying now all along just one side of our item. Now you want it to make sure that it is filling in with all the little nooks and crannies, if you like, of the pottery. As I say, pottery is quite porous, and going all the way along, making sure that we're not missing any parts. Now this takes around, a good 24 hours to cure, but obviously the longer you leave it, the better it is. Now I will say, people do always ask me, is this food safe? Once it's cured, it's not got such a chemical reaction, but I can't actually say it would be food safe. But you really need to do your homework and really have a look. I'm sure there are other glues out there which are food safe, but Araldite, I wouldn't actually recommend it as food safe. So great for maybe sort of more decorative pieces. Right, almost there with the cocktail stick all the way along. Last little bits here. And last here. Now once I've glued all the way around, I like to take another cocktail stick and just work around it again. One, just in case you've missed any pieces, but also it's literally make sure that there's not any excess glue, otherwise it will spill over. And just work all the way along. Unfortunately, this pot has sort of black paint inside as well, so it tends to sort of chip very easily. You find little black bits and pieces. Right, so once we've glued one part, we also then want to fix it with some sellotape. Once it's glued, we will need to hold it in position. Now the tape I use is Scotch tape, better than sellotape for instance, because it holds but it's not too sticky and it doesn't leave a residue. So I like to do just a couple of ones beforehand. Now when you use your Scotch tape, you want to just fold one part over. This will make it really easy when you're taking it off to really find that little flap and open up. Otherwise you're trying to sort of get your fingernail in and trying to figure out where the end is. So let's take our two pieces here. And then very gently place on and give it a really good squeeze, slow, and then just squeeze out any excess glue. And this is when our water and a piece of kitchen roll comes in handy as well. So if you can see any glue, you can always give it just a wipe over. Now you're never going to get such a tight fit once it's been glued, because obviously you're adding another element, which is the glue, but this will get it as tight as possible. And I do tend to find that if you're working, today's a very hot day, it is actually better because the glue then it sort of thins out a bit, so you actually get a tighter fit. So once we've wiped that and it's dry, taking our sellotape here, our Scotch tape, hold and place, and really, actually I'll demonstrate here first where our crack is, if I can find the crack. Yeah. So just here, hold place, again, really press down, any surplus glue, again, take off. And then place on one part, hold in place, and then really pull so it goes to the other parts which is broken. This will really grab and give a really good tight fit. And then working again all the way along. And again, just on the other side now, press and hold, really pull as much as you can, get as much surplus glue out of there, make sure it's dry as well, and then place and hold again, like so, pull and then really pull to the other part, and then we can just do another couple. Now I like to come back to this as well, so maybe in about an hour's time I'll come back and give it a really good squeeze again to really make sure that there's no glue and it's as tight as it possibly can be. Now because this is a pot, it's really more of an outdoor pot. Because now it has a crack, obviously it's not going to hold the water will come in. So what I would then do with this one is I would get for instance, a jam jar or an old jar, place the jar into the pot and then fill that up with water, and then you can put your plants or your maybe a bunch of flowers, so it's actually in the glass jar within the pot. So I have actually got a ebook out, which I've just produced. I'm going to put it in the top of the description box if you'd like to check that out. It's the full comprehensive guide on how to repair ceramics and pottery at home. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and comment down below. Tell me how you found this, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye.